oh yeah, this is it. This is how I'm able to do 50 weddings a year. This is the reason that you'll be able to edit a whole wedding film in a day. It's all in the prep. It's going to reduce your backlog and it's going to relieve your stress, and this is how you do it. So this needs to be the first thing you do after every wedding, besides backing up the footage. Come home, back up the footage. I have to do it the same night, otherwise I won't sleep. Get it all backed up, and then this is the first job that you do after that. And there's loads of the pros doing this. I got it from Phil White, and I saw Jeff Wood doing it when I went to his workshop. So you can basically just adapt it to however you want to do it, whatever your workflow is. But the basic principles are the same. So when I say prep and edit, what I mean by that, for me, this means getting all of your footage into the edit timeline, into a position where you're ready to start building the film. Long film, short film, whatever, the story. So the first thing obviously is to make all the relevant timelines and projects and import all the footage and cut the multicam sequences. I offer, as part of my packages, I offer the full copies of the ceremony and speeches to all my couples, sometimes the first dance as well, but anything like that I do as a multicam edit. I've done a separate video on how I cut my multicam sequences, so I'll link that below. As I'm doing that, when I'm making those multicam edits, I might hear a little snippet of the father of the bride's speech, or the best man's speech, or the vows from the ceremony, or the readings. I'll be listening out for little snippets of those speeches, of that ceremony, that I could possibly use in the film. You do kind of get a sixth sense for it when you've done as many as I have. But you want to get those bits and you want to copy them and paste them out into a completely new timeline. Or you might have a minute from the groom's speech, or 30 seconds from the father of the bride's speech, or a reading, and you just copy those into a new timeline. So at this point you've got your ceremony and your speeches in separate projects, and then you've got a new project, new timeline with just these soundbite chunks in it. Into here is where you're going to put all your B-roll clips. So this is a case of just watching through all your footage that you've shot throughout the wedding day, trimming it down to the 2 or 3 seconds that you want to use as a clip, and then dropping that into the timeline. And you can separate those clips into sections, so you could have a section on just bridal prep clips, or a section on drinks reception clips. Then you want to add in your music, and my advice here is to have a bank of songs that you regularly go back to and use again and again, maybe 3 or 4 songs for each section of the day. So you might have a couple of songs that fit the bridal prep, so you might have a couple of songs that fit the drinks reception, or the night do, or the ceremony. Just a bank of tracks that you can use again and again, because that's going to take out the indecision time of having to choose music for every wedding. Again, I've also done another video about how to choose music for your films. I'll link that below again. Right, so that's it all prepped. You've got your ceremony and your speeches in separate timelines, the multicam edit's done, and then you've got your film project timeline with all your B-roll clips in, all your tracks that you're going to use for the film, and all your audio snippets. And this whole process should take about half a day, 4 or 5 hours ish. Might take you a bit longer at first, but with practice, half a day. And the best thing to do is to do this like straight away, the morning after the wedding. So if the wedding was on the Saturday, do it on the Sunday morning, or the Monday morning when you're back in the office. Just do it as soon as you can, as soon after the wedding as you can, while it's still fresh in your mind. Get it done, get that wedding from the weekend all prepped up, ready to edit within a couple of days. Just get it done. You could even outsource this bit. It's easily, you could hire an editor. This is something that you can easily outsource. Just get that bit done and then come away from it. And then when you come back to it in a few days or a week's time, or whenever, when you come to edit it, you can just go in knowing that it's all prepped and ready. All the B-rolls there, the tracks have been chosen, the audio that you want to use, and you can just go in, start piecing it all together and building it up. And it might not seem like a big thing, but I think mentally it makes a big difference in terms of the backlog and being burnt out creatively and all that stuff. Just by organising your workflow in this way should help you out massively. The key with it is the organisation. You really want to be prepping your weddings as soon as you can after each wedding, while it's still fresh. Get it out of the way, and then it's not as daunting when you're then coming back to actually edit it. It just breaks the process down, and if you organise it right and you get consistent with your workflow, it should help you massively. So give it a go and let me know what you think. If you like this video and you're not already subscribed, what are you doing? Make sure you subscribe. There's plenty more of this sort of stuff to come, and I will see you in the next one.